Quentin Tarantino, man. It was the best experience of my life as far as professional acting. He gives you all the tools you have to succeed when you work with him, because he has the best actors, the best staff, the best crew. He really takes care of you. He's one of the most generous people I've ever met. So he makes you want to do well for him. The week before Thanksgiving, my agent called me and said, Quentin Tarantino wanted to meet with you. And I forgot about it because it was in August, so you're looking at 3 months. I said, okay. I was a little nervous, so I went to the Roosevelt Hotel, met in the lobby, and I got called up. He had the interview in his suite. He walked and met me at the door. He opened the door, and he said, Escalante Lundy, it's nice to meet you. I really like your work. You showed me something real. Most actors, when they audition, they say what they think they should say. You brought a real character, and I really appreciate that. Sit down, let's talk. Me and him read it a couple of times at the table, then we got up and acted out. There's nothing to prepare you for slavery unless you was a slave. So my focus was on what would be the mindset of a slave. There was no hope for anything for you or your family. So the one thing I focused on was despair. Despair was the word that I kept in my mind the whole time. So you have no control over anything. It's not, let alone yourself. What if you had a family, you know, wife, kids, and you couldn't do anything to help their life better? But they could be sold at any time. You could be sold at any time. And the person that owned you can do anything to you or your family at any time. You know, that must be the worst feeling in the world, particularly for a man. The fight scene that you see in the movie takes place in a few minutes' time. You see us on the ground grappling each other, then you see the fight develop. Where I get the best of him and not in the fight. But the actual fighting took place in 2.5 weeks, several hours each day. And the fight scene that you see in the movie is probably a third of the entire fight sequence, because the fight was actually 2 rounds, and there's a lot of dialogue in between the rounds between me and Leonardo DiCaprio that they didn't show in the movie. But the fight scene was very intense, very long, and I was very tired every day. I probably talked to Jamie more than any other actor on set. I guess we had some things in common. He's from the South, he's from Texas, I'm from Louisiana. We're close in age. I think I'm maybe 3 years older than he is. So some of the experiences I had, he has had growing up. As far as a person, he's very soft-spoken. You know, I never heard him raise his voice one time. And I could talk to him anytime on set. To lead a film of this magnitude with the caliber of actors that he's working with, you have to really show up, and he showed up. He took this role as if it was his first big break. And this is a man who's been acting for several decades at the highest level, and that really impressed me. He impressed me a lot as far as acting ability. As a person, I was fortunate to spend a lot of time off the set with him. So very intelligent, has a lot of interests outside of acting, particularly with the environment, with politics. Very generous, always willing to answer a question, great host. So just all around a great human being. I feel I'm very honored to have worked with him and made his acquaintance.